Good morning, student. Today we are going to learn about collector modulation technique. Classify modulators used for generation of AM waves. Explain the operation of collector modulation technique. Discuss the reason for use of class C amplifier and tuned circuit. So classification. Generation process of amplitude modulated wave is of two types based upon the power level at which modulation is carried out, that is low level modulation and high level modulation. Example of low level modulators are square law modulators and switching modulators. Example of high level modulator is collector modulator. The low level modulators are known as non-linear modulator. The high level modulators are known as linear modulator. Hence, the collector modulator is a linear modulator, and in your syllabus only the linear modulator is mentioned. So today we will discuss about collector modulation method. The circuit of the collector modulation method consists of two transistors, that is T1 and T2. In the base of the T1 the carrier signal is applied, and to the base of the T2 the modulating signal is applied. Let's see the diagram. This one is the circuit diagram. So this one is T1, and at the base of the T1 the carrier signal is applied. At the base of the T2 baseband signal means modulating signal is applied. T1 makes class C amplifier and T2 makes class B amplifier. At the base of T1 we give carrier signal and T2 modulating signal, and for biasing purpose voltage divider circuit is used. Here we can see at T1 the voltage divider biasing is used. The baseband modulating signal appears across the modulation transformer after amplification. So this one is the modulation transformer, and after amplification the signal appears here. So why it is known as collector modulation method? Because we apply the modulating signal on the collector side of the transistor with the help of modulation transformer. Here one capacitor is used. This capacitor is used to isolate the modulation transformer from the high frequency carrier signal. Okay. Here double tuned circuit is used for better performance. The resonance frequency of tank circuit is equal to the carrier frequency, means the frequency of the tank circuit is equal to the frequency of the carrier signal, and the double tuned circuit has larger bandwidth than single tuned circuit. So here a linear relationship exists between the output tank current IT, this one is the tank current IT, and the variable supply voltage Vc. What is supply voltage Vc? Assume that the supply voltage Vcc, means this one, is a varying quantity and its varying value is denoted by Vc. So the relationship is linear between this and this one. So if RL is the resistance of the output tank circuit, means this one. If RL is the resistance of the output tank circuit at resonance, then the magnitude of the output voltage is RL into IT equal to VCC, or it is, we can say, nearly equal to, as we know V equal to IR. So during absence of modulating signal, the output voltage will be an exact replica of the input voltage waveform. But if the modulating signal voltage appears across the modulating transformer, this signal will be added to the carrier supply voltage VCC. So when we assume that this one is not present, means no modulating signal is given, then the output voltage, means at the output the voltage will be an exact replica of the input voltage waveform. But when we apply the modulating signal, at that time what happened? The amplitude of this modulating signal is added with this amplitude of the carrier signal. So here we assume that the amplitude of the carrier signal is VCC, and with that the modulating signal is added. So VCC is the amplitude of the carrier signal and Vm is the modulating signal. So here is the equation of the modulating signal, that is Vm cos omega mt, and the equation of the carrier signal is Vc equal to Vcc cos omega ct, and Vcc is the amplitude. As we know before that the modulated signal equation is represented how? The amplitude of the carrier signal is added with the equation of the modulating signal, and the frequency is equal to the frequency of the carrier signal. So here it is mentioned Vcc plus Vm cos omega mt whole into cos omega ct. After that we take common the Vcc, so 1 plus Vm by Vcc cos omega mt whole into cos omega ct, and this Vm by Vcc is the modulation index, so that is represented as Ma. This one is the final equation of the modulated signal. So why class C amplifier is used? As we know, class C amplifier conduct for less than one half cycle, means less than 180 degree. This improves the efficiency but causes a lot of distortion. But here we use high frequency carrier signal, so distortion is less. The class C are not used in audio applications. This is applied in RF circuits, means where the input is radio frequency signal, where there are additional tuned circuits used for retrieving the original signal. So if the input signal is given like this, at the output of the class C amplifier we only get, if this one is the one, this much, means one half cycle is also not completed. So in this diagram it is clear that most part of the input signal is not present at the output. So by using resonant circuit we get the desired output. So how? The values of L and C are so selected that the resonant circuit oscillates in the frequency of the input signal, means as the frequency of the carrier signal. So at the input of the resonant circuit we get the waveform like this, means we get half of the modulated signal, but this one is not the desired output. So we use the tuned circuit, and at the output of the tuned circuit we get the whole waveform like this. This one is our desired output. So this is all about collector modulation technique. Thank you.